Hey everyone, it's an early Sunday morning here in Taipei, June 16, 2024. It's 2:36 a.m., temperature 79 Fahrenheit, 26 Celsius. I'm at the oh so busy Zhongshan station area, except it's not that busy right now. And yeah, there's a cat that joined me. I don't know where it came from. I don't even know where the cat went off to now. Let's see what's going on in the extreme early morning hours here in Taipei. There's not that many people walking around at all. There's 4 people there. I'm surprised the cat was still up. I think this garbage is way overflowed. I don't know why people keep stuffing garbage in it even though it's filled. Claro, way past midnight. It's almost 3 a.m. now. There's still some traffic going up and down the street. Again, here, this trash bin is overflowed too. What I've noticed is there's a lot of stray cats in Taiwan. And I just saw a rat too. You see a lot during these overnight hours. Where's the rat that just scurried across here? If you want to take the metro, you're going to have to wait like over 3 hours. More like 3.5 hours to take it. But taxis are still available, as well as U-Bike. U-Bike is the bike sharing system here in Taiwan. Dutchman says it looks like New York or Florida with the rats. Yeah, there are rats here in Taiwan. A lot of people think, oh, it's so clean, it's so orderly, but I'm walking around here, I already showed you all the garbage. Kind of reminds me a little bit of New York with the overfilled garbage bins, the rats. Look over there, there's a bunch of trash there ready to be collected. Simeon says perfectly safe to walk alone after dark in Taipei. If you know where to go, there are still some areas where, now that I know where they are, I'm a little bit like nervous a little bit to go there. Also, another thing you'll see a lot in Taiwan now are cockroaches. There's a cockroach corpse right in the middle of the sidewalk. I think this tropical heat is really drawing out a lot of these roaches. I'm surprised this bus is operating at this time, unless it's being shuffled over to a depot or something. But I doubt it's in service. No matter what time of day it is, you're still going to hear the buses beeping. I'm actually not too far away from the Ningxia night market. Maybe I could take a walk to where that night market was. I'm pretty sure they're all wrapped up for the night. Despite the name, the night markets don't go on all night. I found that Taiwan doesn't really have too much of a overnight nightlife vibe. Kind of eerie if you look down the block here and you see all these old buildings in the dark. Because that's just the way Taiwan is. There's a lot of old architecture. So if I go over there where that 7-Eleven is. I'll be getting closer to the Ningxia night market. Appropriately on Ningxia Road. Another overfilled garbage receptacle, both the recycling and the trash. Dan Chan says, wow, you don't sleep. Oh, I do sleep. I make sure I get my sleep in. You know, I think some of these are the food stalls or like the ovens for the night market. That's what it looks like. They probably wheel them over here. There's a yield to pedestrian signal. Yeah, a lot of these overfilled garbage receptacles is just food for the rats. Oh my gosh. Here's where the Ningxia night market used to be. But as you can see, there's not much of a night market at all anymore. Everything's been wrapped up. I think at like midnight they stop the night market pretty much. I think this home goods store is open 24 hours. I saw they had like small appliances there too. You got 7-Eleven. Looks like 7-Eleven is taking care of their trash too. This is the main street where the night market is held. You can see there's a lot of cleanup to do. I'm way too late to get fried chicken, buns, ice cream, oyster omelets. Hey, there's one stall left in this night market. What is it? Mustard, salt, seaweed, cumin, spicy. This is crazy. I came to this night market and it was hard to even walk. And now early morning, you get to see the aftermath. This is so weird to be at this night market after it finished. I wonder how all this is cleaned up too. Do they have a sweeper that comes by and picks all this up? Because there's a lot of cleaning up to do. There's dirty masks, plastic bags, and plastic straw covers here. Yeah, J. Chris, not a soul in sight. Except for a few. And when the night market is on, this sign lights up. It says Ningxia Yeshi, which is Ningxia Night Market. Even when I'm walking on that street, I feel like my shoes sliding and shifting a little bit. Looks like there's a guy here sleeping on the sidewalk, which is unfortunate. Thank you, Ricky. He's saying drivers in Taiwan can be a little crazy at night. Well, I'm usually very, very cautious when it comes to crossing the street. Oh, there's cats here which are leashed. And they're all awake. Except for two cats were still awake. Oh, this driver's waiting for me. No, it's not slippery, Harrison. Maybe when I was walking through the night market, it got a little bit slick, but it still wasn't that bad. Kyle says you cannot do this in Toronto, it's too dangerous. There's actually a few places in the world where I wouldn't really feel comfortable walking around at this time of day. And I could see what you mean with Toronto. Sometimes people you come across can be quite aggressive. Especially if you're the only or one of the few people around at that time. They really have nobody else to choose to be aggressive towards except for you. There's a lot of places in my hometown of New York City I wouldn't feel comfortable walking around at this time. But then again, New York has the advantage in that you will find some people during like all hours of the day because of how densely concentrated it is and how the culture is. It was actually very difficult and scary to be walking around right at the beginning of the COVID lockdowns in March and April and May. I remember going out there and I was the only one out, and I felt uncomfortable because there's a lot of people out there that aren't in sound mind. And if you're the only one out there, you might be their target. That's what made it so scary and nerve-wracking to go out and make videos at that time. Even though I wanted to, I was afraid of the people who weren't in the right set of mind. But here in Taiwan, it's a little bit different with the mentality. I've noticed a lot more people keep to themselves and they don't really bother someone else, which is very interesting if you consider the different cultures. Willow Wind says yes, and that's what's out there in New York City late at night. If you're out there late at night, you're nuts and asking for it. Sometimes, unfortunately, Willow Wind, people don't have a choice. They have work they need to do at that time, or they need to pass through a particular area. They can't get around it. So you're gonna have to deal with those kinds of people. I don't think it's fair to say that people are deserving of it if they go out at a certain time. It just kind of demonstrates a breakdown in society, I would say. There's not enough outreach for mental illness and remediation programs to get these people on the right track. Hey, that place is open. Crazy Burger. What I've experienced here in Asia is a lot different than in the United States and Canada, in England. Well, I only went to London, so I guess just London. Even Mexico City, I found like they had a better handle with mental illness than the other countries that I mentioned. The US, Canada, England. Which is really unfortunate. Throughout my time here, how many times have I walked around with a camera and nobody bothered me? Whereas in the US, there's always going to be that one person. Well, I guess it could happen here too, but it's a lot less likely, who comes up to you and wants to cause trouble or is aggressive or does some weird finger gestures towards you. Another bin that's overflowed. Actually, people aren't really supposed to be throwing away like these big cardboard boxes here and household trash. This should only be reserved for like general garbage that people pick up throughout their day, like paper cups and plastic bottles. But to throw away like big cardboard boxes like that with household garbage in it, people can get fined for that. Oh, without a doubt, Frank, it's an issue in the US. Drugs, mental illness, and crime are not going in the right direction in the United States. Now, I'm not saying that the US is not a nice place. I'm just saying that there's issues that need to be taken care of because it's going in the wrong direction. I'm getting very close to the Taipei main station. Yeah, well, there's a lot of issues that are bad. Corruption, societal issues, people spending more time arguing against each other, suing each other, not getting things done, and not providing solutions, pointing fingers. I don't like that at all. God's love be with you says, which country's food do you like the best out of Taiwan, Vietnam, and Thailand? Oh, extremely difficult. I like foods from all three countries. Each one has their pros and cons, and even within their cuisines, there's going to be sweet foods, sour foods, savory. There's the Taoyuan Airport MRT station. Wow, even at this time, this street is so busy. Shay says, I think in Thailand you could find food from those other countries as well and in good condition. You can find international food in a lot of places. I was able to find international food in all of my trips throughout Asia. Of course, some places do it better than others. I don't know what they're doing here to the MRT station, but there's a lot of construction here. Looks like it's closed, the lights are off. Which is good to know, because if you're flying into Taiwan and you're landing at Taipei Taoyuan Airport, that airport MRT doesn't operate during overnight hours. So you're gonna have to find alternative means of transportation to get to Taipei. And that goes the same with any airport that you land at throughout the world. You may think you're getting a discounted flight going to your destination, but you might end up paying more in transportation to get to your accommodations. If it's like an overnight hour and the trains or the buses aren't running. I know it's pretty common in London to have flights landing after midnight when the tube closes down and the Elizabeth line doesn't run, the Heathrow Express stops running, and you have to get a taxi. That taxi is going to cost you maybe even in the triple digits of British pounds. So just be aware of when your flight lands and check what the transit schedule is if you don't want to like pay up extra. And even if it does run, the transit system, sometimes the schedule is so infrequent that you may be uncomfortable waiting on a platform or at a bus stop for a long time. Big Baza 30 saying flights don't land after 23 in London. Well, even still, if your flight lands that late, you may have some kind of a delay that causes you to be past when the public transportation schedule starts winding down. This is Zhongshao Road. Rebecca Curio Alessi with a $2 super chat in honor of the wee hours. Thanks, Rebecca. Glad you could be on at 3 o'clock a.m. Taiwan time to see this live stream. Appreciate it. Dutchman says you were lucky when you were in Paris and had to take the train to the airport at the early morning time like this. Your hotel was next to the train station. Oh, you did get lucky then. Oh, speaking of my London trip too, I remember I got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to take the tube to Heathrow Airport. And I took the first train of the day because I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough time to make my flight. Shay says Taiwan was the only country I remember that the prices at the airport wasn't more expensive. You know, I'll have to check the prices at the airport. I don't really remember the prices at Taiwan's airport. The last times I came through and departed, I didn't even bother looking at the prices because I was just ready to catch my flight. Yeah, Ricky, this is Baymen, the North Gate. This is completely preserved from the old city wall. I'm not gonna make this light. I wonder if Ximending's going to be busy right now, because I went there at like midnight or a little bit after midnight in Ximending, but never at this time, 3 a.m. Wow, they only gave you 28 seconds to cross this? That's not enough time at all. I'm gonna run out of time before I even cross the street. And I'm walking at a pretty normal pace. Look at this. What is up with this, Taiwan? I'm lucky this driver yielded to me, but it's so bad. Need at least another 30 seconds on that. Frank says it's the city's way to make you get exercise. Um, Actually, it's better not to run across the street because the risks are higher of you stumbling, falling down, hurting yourself. I'd rather not do that. I know a lot of people have the urge to run across the street if they see the light counting down, but trust me on this, you'll save a lot more on injuries if you just take it calmly. I know I've fallen running across the street. I'm sure many of you had. Same thing goes for running to catch a bus or train. Ricky says Taiwan's great, but Taiwan's definitely not that friendly to pedestrians. They actually do a better job with pedestrians compared to other places, like Vietnam. Vietnam, you don't even get traffic signals. This is the Fusing Elementary School. Luckily for these kids, it's still Sunday, so they get to enjoy their day off. JBL says India is even crazier. Yeah, there's a lot of places that have crazy traffic patterns. India can be one of them, Bangladesh. I have to say, there's more people here in Ximending than I thought. I don't know what this driver's doing. Yeah, it is nice they have all these trees. There's even palm trees too, right in the middle there. Look, here's a group of 4 people walking around at 3:30 in the morning. Rainbow Kid says lots of taxis drove by. Is Uber a thing in Taiwan? It is. You can get Uber here. Welcome to Ximending. Let's go through here and see who's up. And like I said, a lot more people than I thought. Got like 12 people here. If you want to play crane games, you can at this time at Shaolin Monastery Crane Game. She just dropped her phone. No one to blame but herself for dropping her phone. So different walking around Ximending at this time compared to even midnight or during the day. This is the first time we're going to be seeing Xingfu Tang closed. Last time I came here around midnight, they were still open. But once again, a lot of people still throwing their household trash on the public trash receptacles. And I am noticing some people here sleeping on the streets too. Completely closed, Xingfu Tang, Shalong Bao. Wian, I can speak a little bit of Mandarin. Yep. No bubble tea at this time. That's a pretty large group down there. So weird to be here and Sing Fu Tang's not open. During the day, you'll see all the brown sugar pearls. Oh my gosh. No, this is not what I want to be seeing with Sing Fu Tang. There's roaches crawling around on the table. And look at all these ants. I know it's hard to see, but there's ants crawling around in the glass here. Like little tiny tropical ants. You kind of see them a little bit if you look closely. Yeah. I don't want to play the part of health inspector, but whew. Yeah. Maybe you're getting a little bit more than brown sugar in your bubble tea. Because I don't want to be seeing that. Yikes. And it looks like Sing Fu Tang is like all exposed too. All they did was like put a little like divider between the street. It's not even like closed off with a gate or anything. I had Sing Fu Tang bubble tea before, but I don't know. After seeing that roach there, and also a few roaches running around on the table and the ants, if getting another bubble tea there is wise. But then again, that's the risks of the food and beverage industry. There's always going to be pests that you have to deal with. I kid you not, there was one time I was at a restaurant in New York City. I won't name which restaurant, but there was a rat that came out. It looked like it was kind of... Hi. There's a rat that came out. Anyway, there's a rat that came out and it looked kind of sick. The owner of that restaurant came out, got a rod, and started smacking the rat under the table and managed to kill it right when I was there dining. And you can say that I had a pretty negative experience from that. Yeah, I know. What timing? You don't see this unless you come out at 3:30 in the morning, folks. Just like I walked through Ningxia Night Market, you saw all the trash on the floor and all the cleanup that needed to be done. There was one time 4.5 years ago, I was at the Shilin Night Market live streaming, eating something, and the cart next to me was swarmed with roaches. And I kind of doubted my decision to go to night markets for that trip. After seeing that, I was like, how clean can many of these stalls be if like there's roaches around and yuck. Whoa, what is this? There's a lot of people here. I guess we found out where the crowd is tonight. Yeah, Rolfie, people are still hanging out this late. Not much is going on this side of the street. Yeah, Rolfie, there is no work tomorrow. For many of these people anyway. Well, if you count tomorrow as the day hours, it's Sunday morning right now. I think I just want to cross. There's nobody coming right now. At least 7-Eleven is still open. Actually, the McDonald's by the Taipei main station is open 24 hours. I wonder if we can catch it. There's Family Mart. These convenience stores are open all the time. I really wonder if they get enough business to justify being open 24 hours. You know, the thing with these convenience stores too is they're very convenient, but a lot of the prices, they're a little bit higher than what you might find in the local supermarket. I've also been to a convenience store during overnight hours, like at this time, and I saw people sleeping in there. I'm not sure if they're all homeless or what, but I guess that could happen if your store is open 24/7. If I was homeless, nowhere to sleep, not a bad idea to be sleeping in a convenience store, like on the table where it's air conditioned and should be safer than sleeping on the streets of Taipei. Rebecca says customers or workers. I believe they were customers. I saw these people, they had like one tea out, and that tea costs 10 yuan, which is around 30 cents. And I guess because they buy that, they're allowed to sleep there for like a few hours. Ooh. Hi. I'm surprised these cats are up. When do these cats sleep? Of course, you can be asking the same question of me. It's 3:45 in the morning. These cats are still awake. I think that's the theme for today's live stream. Cats. I started off with a cat, and there's a cat over there. Nicole says cats are usually nocturnal. Are they? I thought they were day animals. Oh, Sky Sim says cats are nocturnal. Well, now I learned something. Where I think McDonald's is on this side of the street. And then you have the famous Liu Shandong beef noodles in the alley over there somewhere. Wow, I guess cats, they sleep whenever they want. Some during the day, some at night. By the way, this pepper cakes store, they sell the same pepper cakes that you'll find in the Rauha Street night market. That's where I started my live stream last time on Friday night. Where was McDonald's? I think I missed it. I think it's a few blocks over. And ironically enough, I think we'll also pass by Popeyes. No, I think I missed Popeyes. But there's another fried chicken spot here. J&G. I just saw a rat down there. And quite fittingly, where the garbage is. The rat went down there somewhere. Here's McDonald's. It's open, by the way, even though it looks like it's closed. You could still come here and place an order at the counter and they'll give it to you. 24 hours. I still want to know what this is. I know I passed by here last time, but a hamburger with a black bun. I have no idea what the bun is made out of. Oh, Ryan says Jian Hong beef noodles is 24 hours. Wow, 24 hours beef noodles. This is the Shinkong Mitsukoshi department store tower, one of the tallest buildings here. Weon Sim says it's a charcoal bun. Now I wonder if the Taipei main station is open right now, meaning the passageways underground. The station hall and the main building is here for the commuter trains. Oh, you know why a lot of these entrances to these underground malls and passageways make you go up a staircase and then go down? Nope, there's a gate. They do this to prevent flooding. So these underground malls are not open 24 hours. Sometimes the malls, the passageways themselves will be open, but the stores will be closed. That's usually during the opening time when the metro happens, or like right around closing time. By the way, right where this train station is, the plaza in front of it, that's where a lot of the Taipei's homeless camp out. You'll see a lot of them there. Yeah, that's closed too. Wow, this person is sleeping here with all the construction noise going on. How can they do that? Crazy. Taipei main station is closed. Way too early for the metro. By the way, these underground malls also serve as air defense shelters. You'll occasionally see these signs throughout Taipei. I just pray there's never a time when those air defense shelters need to be used for their intended purpose. But you never know. This Family Mart, their sign isn't lit up. Oh wow, God's love be with you. Says they do drills every year. Everything shuts down for half an hour. You know, I don't even think there's a Family Mart here. That's just an old sign. Because this looks like a general office building to me. You see, here's another one. Air defense shelter. To the left. Let's cross the street. Really, Ricky, he's saying whenever there's drills going on, the Taiwanese don't actually go into the air defense shelters at all. I think they should. Well, if you want the drill to be effective, they need to know where to go, right? It kind of defeats the whole purpose of the drill if they're not actually practicing what they're supposed to do. I want to get over to that side, so I'm gonna have to go down. Hopefully I don't find weird stuff under here, but I wonder if this gets flooded off, and they do have like drainage on the side. Oh, someone's living here. Yeah, it was pretty clean down there. Cami said it's 4 a.m. there and you've been at it for over an hour. You must be part cat nocturnal. Yeah, I think maybe I do have cat instincts. The bell works. Oh, there's the local fire station. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to cross. Might have to wait here. No way I do, there's still like a few seconds over there. Look at this, all these people are paying extra fees for overnight parking. Look at this bike looks nice. It's just locked by the bicycle basket in the front of it. All you have to do is take off the bicycle basket and you could take the bike. It's so crazy. Taiwan is the place where I have seen like the least amount of effort being put into bicycle security. Practically every single bike, or almost every single bike, is unlocked or not locked adequately enough. I don't know. If I had a bike here and I was locking up my bike, I would still lock it up the way I'm used to, like through the rear triangle or a part of the frame, because that's just the way I'm used to and it's just more secure. It doesn't even take that much extra time. But these people here, they just have their bikes unlocked, locked to the front wheel. You can just take the front wheel off and you have the whole bike. Or an accessory like that bicycle basket. Well, look at this. This police officer is talking to this driver. I wonder if they're getting fined. hope it's not drunk driving. And the police station is right over there. Simeon says theft is uncommon in Taiwan. I know it is, but I still don't think that should give people a free pass to just lock their bicycles unsecurely, or even like leave their home and leave their door unlocked. I think that's just lazy and just bad habits. Because the way I see it, if you have the locks, use the locks properly. Even me, when I leave for the day to make videos, I lock up my place. Even though crime is low, you can't take it for granted, because what if there is that one incident where someone breaks in or they take your bicycle, and then you say to yourself, oh, I should have locked my bike better. I should have locked the home before I left. Look at this. There's a bike here just locked to itself with the back wheel. It's just a cable lock. All you have to do is pick that bike up and it's yours. Amazing. Meanwhile, you could lock the bike here through the frame and the rear wheel, and it'll be much more secure. All right, perfect timing with the pedestrian light here. Let's see how this bike is locked up to this pole. OMG. Look at this bike. This is the best locked bike I've ever seen in Taiwan. It's got a chain lock around the big lamp post. No one's taking this lamp post. If anyone's gonna take this lamppost down, they can have the bike. And they have like a cable lock here. They got another lock to that here. Bungee cords. Man. That's how you lock a bike. What about this bike? Up. This bike is getting a D. It's just a plain cable lock locked to the handlebars. These handlebars can very easily be taken. All you gotta do is unscrew that, take the handlebar off, and the bike is yours. Heck, you know what? Heck, you know what? It's even easier. All you gotta do is snip these two brake cables, slide this out, and the whole bike is yours. You just replace the two cables. The cables are so easy to replace. Oh my gosh. You can even unscrew the cables and run the security cable through it and then reattach the brake cables. What about this bike? This bike's not even locked up at all. You can just take it. Look at this. This bike is freestanding. You just pick it up. It's not even locked at all. This bike's not even locked at all either. You can just ride off with it. Granted, it's a kid's bike, but look. It's just locked to itself. Just pick up the bike and it's yours. It's crazy. Lock it to here. Move that bike that's locked to itself, put it here, and run the cable through the lamppost. That is just really bad security. And just like that, I'm back to where I started, the Zhongshan metro station. I'm going to climb up here and I'll sign you all off. Because why not? This is a nice area. All right, everyone. I'm going to sign you all off from the early morning hours of Taipei, Taiwan. It's 4:27 a.m. right now. Glad you could all join in on this early morning stream in Taiwan. If you liked it, then hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone, take care. All the birds are up now and it's about to be magic hour soon. Because sunrise is at 5:04 a.m. and oh, magic hour is coming in 11 minutes. I'm going to be signing out before magic hour. These birds are just getting their day started though. See you around. Bye-bye.